shirt?
I had this on yesterday.
Oh, you had the same shirt on yesterday?
The same color. I had a different color on the day before. I have a lot of shirts this color.
So you wore this same one?
A lot of shirts like this.
You wore this same one yesterday? I was gonna wear the same thing I had on yesterday.
People may think there's not a new recording.
My pajamas.
We have to be careful with that.
I was gonna have on my pajamas. I have my pajamas on every day if I could. If I knew y'all wouldn't say nothing.
But people would say, "Is this a new one?" Because they got the same clothes on.
I would literally have my pajamas, and I have like maybe 4 or 5 pair of pajamas. I would have my different pajamas on.
Okay.
Maybe we should just do that. Maybe we should just wear our pajamas and like drink like orange juice or something.
But it's not in the morning. I can see if it was a morning show.
Oh yeah, you're right. When people had coffee and all that, and they pajamas, we in the 4 o'clock in the afternoon with our pajamas.
Excuse me if you're saying she's rubbing her eye. Why she was rubbing her eye?
Yeah,
I'm rubbing my eye right now.
All right, okay,
Go ahead.
All right, so a lot of news. I have a big thing. I remember I was talking yesterday. I went on my whole big old rant about people. What you doing? About people making a thing about Paul being released. I mean, Brittney being released over Paul.
Paul was making a little comments too. I was like,
well, I wasn't
ready to put Paul on the prayer list until I heard him say something.
Until you told me he said something, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
They had him walk. They had a video of him walking down the hallway, holding on soldiers holding on to them with their little masks on, and he made some comment about along the lines of "Don't forget about me, Biden. Biden, remember me."
But was it nice or was it negative?
It wasn't negative, but it was like you didn't really need to say anything.
All right.
We understand.
Did he say anything about Brittney, or he didn't say nothing about Brittney?
That particular clip he didn't.
Oh, okay. All
and then they were saying in the news today about Putin maybe going to get some more trade-ins.
Yeah, we know. But I know the whole story about him.
All his men home.
I had to look up the story about him.
About that man?
About Paul, yeah.
Paul, not the criminal that we let go.
No, we know about him. Yeah.
Go ahead.
But go ahead and start off with your story. So.
The View today, Friday, politics today was about Senator, how you say her last name? Sinema?
I don't know.
Sinema? Or Sinema?
I don't never say any of these people's names right.
Sinema. We may be saying her name wrong, you guys.
I'm sure
a Democratic senator in Arizona.
Yeah.
She pretty much switching parties.
Okay.
You and I have made it really clear we're not a specific party. I am not strong holding any party.
But she needed that party to get in.
But if you're a politician, you're trying to run for something, you only basically got 3.
You got to get it, and you never get independent.
2 main ones.
Unless you Bernie Sanders,
but let's hear what I think hers is a good minute, so we'll hear what she has to say. She's giving her reasons.
All right, here we go. We can't play it that long, but okay.
Oh, really?
Didn't get to enjoy their Senate victory for very long because this morning, Kyrsten Sinema announced that for her, the party's over. Watch.
Registering as an independent and showing up to work with the title of independent is a reflection of who I've always been. And it's a reflection of who Arizona is. I'm going to show up to work. I'm going to do my best for Arizona. I'm going to continue to deliver results for everyday people. Nothing's going to change for me. And I don't think anything's going to change for Arizona. And I think Arizonans across the state are going to say, yeah, that's the Kyrsten we elected. That's who we sent to D.C. And she's doing exactly what we asked her to do.
Really? Yeah.
So they not happy.
No, that's not. That's why I like The View.
Okay, go ahead.
They got 5 women at that
table. So what's the view?
They each give their view, and I understand.
And then I'll give mine. Go ahead. What's theirs?
I really like what Alyssa said. She's done very well as a Democratic in her party, and it makes sense that she is kind of going. She has been 95% with Biden. She's instrumental in trying to get Republicans on board with that whole marriage thing. She is. She said infrastructure. Alyssa named the things, and Alyssa's a Republican.
Okay.
Named the things that this lady has been standing for. So what she moves, what people always say, marches to their own beat.
March to their own drama.
She's like that.
Okay.
And she's shown that she's been as far as a Democrat, she's done her part as much as she can.
Right.
She's probably thinking, I can only push so hard. Mm-hmm. And Democrats sometimes don't even listen as well.
Right.
Let me go independent because I can still look at both sides and still come in with even a strong, decision or ideals to move our state forward. Arizona is becoming a purple state. That's what Alyssa's saying, like Georgia, mm-hmm. where you have mixtures of everybody as far as the party is concerned and as far as beliefs. Mm-hmm. Well, of course, Anna is thinking it's for political moves.
Okay.
We don't know because she mentioned some gentleman that had ran, and he's Latino, really good background. He won. Very strong. People really strongly pushes him.
He a Democrat or what?
I think he is a Republican. I'm not sure. I don't know. It could be a Democratic. Okay. Anna mentioned his name. I don't remember. I didn't write it down.
Republican if Anna mentioned it. Go ahead.
A good friend of hers. But then Anna's good on both sides.
Right.
Alyssa mentioned her strong points. Of course, Sunny is like shady about it.
Exactly.
Joy's shady about it.
Course.
But Sarah, my girl Sarah.
All right. What
she said, okay, the only issue that I have is that it's the timing.
Okay.
Of when she's saying all this.
And
we kind of knew she felt a lot like this, but Sarah said, I'm independent.
Okay.
What is wrong with that? And Alyssa was saying, we get mad at people when we want everybody to be this way or this way.
Right.
That's it.
One party or the other.
One party or the other. No.
Right.
There are people who go, you make sense. You make sense on that one.
Okay.
And that's what Sarah was pretty much building the platform of people who are independent like her.
Okay.
She said, I've been independent for over 10, 15, 20 years.
Okay.
So I get it with the senator. I get it how she thinks and how she moves and how she operates. Is it a strategic move for political steps? Will she split the party? The ladies were asking. Where the votes come? Would she split the Democratic vote? Would she split the Republican vote?
They don't need her vote, so it don't matter.
So if she's
Harris.
trying to stay in these committees, she needs to be really specific on her party because you got to maintain the Democratic view.
Right.
Otherwise, you'll lose your committee positions as well.
Right.
So that's what they kind of talked about.
Okay. So my thing is, all of that they saying, yeah, it's great, it's wonderful. The timing she did is perfect because she waited to after to see if Buckethead H.E.R Walker was going to win, and he didn't.
Okay.
So they don't have to have her. She's not needed for them to do anything as far as having the majority. Right. So she waited, which was good.
Okay.
And she also went Democrat to win. Because she knows that nobody would have voted for her if she went as an independent.
That's true. Especially against that gentleman.
Because people in this country vote party. Yeah. They vote Republican down the ticket or they vote Democrat down the ticket.
Right.
And when you hear independent, you think of some other strange person that's running.
Why are you independent?
Exactly. So, yes, it made sense for her to use that platform to get into what she needed to get in.
But they're talking also about the independent people. Independent people are becoming more independent thinkers,
right?
When it comes to both of the parties.
But nobody wants to vote for independent.
They mentioned what's her name? Her dog is named after.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
Oh God, what's his name? The one that ran for president for Democratic.
Right.
He's becoming more independent.
Right.
So, it's unfortunate that we're about titles in this country.
Yeah.
Because my sister and I, we made it clear it hurts us during the primaries.
Right.
Primaries, they make you pick a party.
Right.
And that's not fair. Voting for the general election, I can go Republican for this. Oh, I like the way he thinks on that. Democratic on that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I like the fact that the country is becoming more like that.
All right.
So we almost have to get with the program. Some people who are into their parties and they got to stick with their parties. Because what if there's some things about your party you don't agree with?
Right.
You just going to stick with them because they're Democratic or they're Republican?
Okay.
So I see where independent party people are going more so. But you're right. As far as the timing, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
H.E.R Walker lost. They gained another senator. Mm-hmm. It's not going to hurt if she does step away into independence.
So they just brought this up just to talk about it because she left and what people thought about
They talked about her,
mm-hmm.
but then Sarah and them said it's a lot of people are thinking her way.
Right.
So we got to...
They just don't have the balls to do it.
And think about the people, how Arizona's moving more into a purple state. Everybody's sitting there going, that Herschel Walker, I'm Republican, that Herschel Walker is a nutbag.
That should have made everybody...
I'm going independent right now.
If that didn't make everybody understand that you shouldn't vote by party, nothing should.
Thank you. Exactly. So...
Wendy says, hello, beautiful queens. Hey, Wendy. How you doing?
Hey.
All right, so let me go right into Paul, because this is still political. So, Paul, we talked about yesterday about Brittney Griner being released.
Instead of this gentleman.
And everybody keeps saying ex-U.S. Marine. Mm-hmm. He's still there.
We talked about
Why are they trading, this woman's basketball player,
military person,
for a military or ex-Marine? But then I started looking at Paul, and I was like, does anybody know the history of Paul?
No, what's the history?
All y'all keep saying is that he is ex-Marine.
Well, that was one of the things before you go into his background. One of the things that I was thinking of was, okay, like you saying, somebody came up and said, why do we have to pick which person goes as a prisoner? He's a military. He has military experience. He has military background. Aren't military people supposed to fight for our country and even give their lives for our country?
Like McCain.
You will, as a military, say, go, take her.
They're supposed to be the last to leave.
Yes. Because
civilians go first and the military's the last to leave.
Aren't the captains of ships military training and police?
Anybody,
they got to stay on that boat.
How are you a fireman and you running out of house before me?
Thank you.
I'm thinking a firefighter should leave last. Yes. A police officer should leave last.
A military person
should leave last.
So that alone, and you were a Marine.
All right, so then let's talk about this.
Okay.
Now this is from Reuters. Ooh, so anybody can fact check if you want to.
Allegedly his background.
Well, this is what they wrote.
Oh.
So y'all can do fact check and everybody, because I don't hear anybody talk about Paul.
Okay.
All they keep talking about is he's an ex-Marine.
4 years over there.
They never talk about his background.
Okay.
Or who he is.
Yeah, who is Paul?
So if this is true.
And we're rooting for Paul.
This is USA News. This is Reuters. Double check. Y'all fact checkers out there. Double check. Make sure that what we reading is correct.
Okay.
Paul Whelan, a former U.S. Marine serving a 16-year sentence in Russia colony, did not figure in prisoner exchange on Thursday, involving the U.S. basketball star Brittney Griner, despite months of speculation that he would be included. Here are some facts about Whelan. Whelan was detained by agents from Russia Federal Security Services in a room in Moscow, a hotel room, December 2018. Investigators said he was a spy for military intelligence with the rank of colonel or higher and had been caught red-handed with a computer flash drive containing classified information. Whelan said he had been in Russia for a friend's wedding and had been given the drive in a sting by a Russian friend. He said he had thought it contained holiday photos. Okay.
You an ex-Marine.
First of all, you an ex-Marine. Okay. You're in Russia for a wedding. Okay. I'm not even Putin, and I'm looking like, you think I'm Boo Boo the Fool? Do you think we stupid? And you have a flash drive. He never said he didn't have it. He said he thought it had holiday photos on it.
And why would holiday photos on a flash drive be given to you?
So I can understand if his whole thing was, I didn't even know I had a flash drive.
Okay.
It was slipped in my pocket. Right. I didn't know anything about this flash drive.
Tiny,
but you know about the flash drive. But you said you thought it was holiday photos on there, but it was really Russian intelligent information.
So they planted that on him,
and you an ex-Marine.
Yeah.
Hold on, it gets even better than this.
Military.
After a trial held entirely behind closed doors, which we know because they did the same thing. They ran Brittney up the thing for what she had.
Yep.
U.S. diplomats said was unfair, of course. Whelan, now 52, was convicted of spying in 2020 and sentenced to 16 years in maximum security jail. He is currently being held at the IK-17 penal colony, region east of Moscow. Check this part out. Black people who want to scream for Whelan over black woman, who we are the lowest of the lowest, and everybody thinks nobody fights for black women. Nobody.
especially a black gay woman.
Okay, Whelan served with the Marine Corps Reserve from 2003 to 2008. 2008, much of the time as an administrative clerk.
Okay.
So this battle Marine, he was a clerk
in Iraq.
Iraq.
Okay.
Not to say if you're doing military service and you're doing a clerk, but let's stop with all of this. He was the soldier fighting on the field and almost got his leg blown off. He was an administrative clerk.
Wow, a lot can happen to a clerk.
Everybody relax.
Okay.
At the end of that period, he was dishonorably discharged.
Why?
For larceny and other lesser offenses, after being found to have tried to steal $10,000.
Is this true, though?
Fact check this, please.
Please check this. Are we fighting?
Are you guys actually
and hollering bloody murder?
Yelling for an ex-Marine administrative clerk,
dishonorable discharge,
who was dishonorably discharged for stealing from us $10,000
with a little flash drive of important information against Russia.
At the time of his arrest, Whelan was head of global security for Borg Warner, a Michigan car parts supplier. It would make sense for me to get some information from Russia. I'm head of security. Last November, a Russian court rejected his request to be allowed to serve his sentence in the United States. He also has dual citizenship. Does everybody know that?
Canada,
Britain, Ireland, I believe, and America.
Okay.
Why you gotta have citizenship in 4 different places?
But here's the thing. Why didn't we not know this before?
Now, someone please fact check this. Because everything I was looking at was saying that it was right, but it was all on the internet.
Right.
I didn't look at no official paperwork.
Exactly. Where did it come from?
So I want to make sure that this is correct on official paperwork, that he was dishonorably discharged from the Marine Corps for stealing.
For stealing and arson.
And that he was an administrative clerk. He was not a battlefield Marine officer.
Okay.
And that he was slipped this or whatever, this flash drive, unknowing what was on it.
Right.
Thought it was some holiday photos, but knew he had it.
Boy, his case is being belittled every moment you mention. Every time you mention,
he was also part of Michigan Police Department.
What do you mean? He was?
He was a police officer.
I didn't know that.
So all of a sudden, all these woke black people screaming for a police officer. Thought y'all was going after the police.
I know. Why was anybody even that's black?
Now I say all of that.
Screaming for him to come home.
I say all of that to say it doesn't mean that he doesn't have the right to come home. But you guys make Brittney feel like she's this piece of crap that got let out before this honorable Marine.
The thing that I don't
like that. If this is true, everything that I'm reading is true. I'm tired of hearing about it.
I know what the ladies on The View was bringing out the information about her as a ball player. It's not just so much her character and who she was, because she was a cool person from what people say, but the fact that we were upset that Russia treated her the way they did as well, because she was a good player for Russia.
Yes.
She was almost like she was listed as a star over there.
And all of these Fox News correspondents and these other black people that's been on Facebook and YouTube and all of this, mad that Brittney got pulled instead of a Marine. My thing is, again, let's go with the premise that everything that I read is true. How dare you talk about her not standing during the national anthem and all this Fox News people.
Right.
If it's true that he got dishonorably discharged,
what the Fox people gonna say then? The Fox News people. What are they going to say?
You're going to place a girl not standing for the national anthem from somebody who was kicked out of the Marine Corps for stealing?
A dishonorable discharge.
So let us know. Yes. I want researchers out there. I want you on our page. We're not dropping this story. I want official paperwork. Not stuff from the internet, because that's what I was looking at. Stuff from the internet.
Yeah.
I want real proof of who Paul Whelan is.
Okay.
And once we get it, I want to see those stories on Fox News.
Okay.
And I'm tired of hearing about how Brittney's a worthless piece of crap.
Oh my God.
That got let out before this man.
But it still goes back to what I was saying, regardless of, let's just say for sake of argument, none of that is
none
true.
of it is true. Let's go with that.
Let's go with not everything you just said.
It's not true.
It's not true.
He's a battlefield Marine.
He's a Marine.
He fought for our country.
He's an ex-military.
He's ex-military. He's a wonderful guy. He gives to the sick. He goes to church every Sunday. He's a stand-up man in his thing. Why is he any better than her? Who determines? If it's a woman there with a mother there, and a single woman, does the mother get
come back?
Does she get before me? If it's a beautiful model or an ugly woman, who goes first? The beautiful woman or the ugly woman?
But that's why I was surprised when you had said yesterday that a lot of black people were getting upset, because you would think, even in the news and the way it is, a black woman versus a white man, we would be happy that the black woman was selected to come home.
And it was a lot of black women who pushed to get her out.
Yes. I didn't understand that. If
they make us, I don't care what y'all say, I don't care YouTube, I know y'all don't push our videos for it, I don't give two craps. They make black women the lowest of the lowest of the lowest in every single way that they can.
Right.
And it's not even white people. It's even black men.
Our own people. Yes.
Why are we always the ones that's at the bottom of the list?
And then too, where there's not even like unity even in our race and how we think and how we feel about social issues and things that's going on. There's even a divide there. How people jumped on the bandwagon with Kanye and the comments he made about the Jews.
Yes.
There were black people that were, yay, amen, amen. What is wrong with people? Some of this stuff is common sense.
It's common sense. So I want to make sure, again,
that you said things about this
I want to fact check this.
If they are true.
And I'm putting it out there in the YouTube universe.
Paul Whelan. For
people to fact check Paul Whelan.
His background.
And the only reason why I'm doing that is because they make Brittney feel like she should...
Who are you?
Why are you even do you know that Carrie lady, the one that ran for governor, the idiot?
Yes.
Do you know what she said?
No, she didn't.
She actually went on the show, Tucker Carlson or Hannity, one of those big giant heads, and she said, if I was Brittney, I would have denied coming. Let him go first. You lying piece of crap.
I think her time is
You are a liar.
Carrie,
there is no way you would have been in a Russian prison and said, oh, I it's not fair for me to go first. He should go first. Do you see how they do? It's these sly little remarks that make us feel like, and I don't care, I'm going to say it. As black people, as black women, we're not worth it. You're not worth that.
No.
He is. He's a white man who was an ex-Marine. He's over you. And if you was a good Negro, you would take your place and say, you know what? I'll give up my seat on the bus like Rosa Parks and go to the back.
Yes, Massa. Massa, you need to go first.
In other words, Carrie was saying you should have been before Rosa Parks. You should have did what Rosa Parks didn't do and give up your seat to a white man. That's exactly what she said.
But that time is coming.
She just said it in a different way. That's all.
That time is coming. The Carrie Lake, the Tuckers, and you know his name could be changed.
Stop, black people.
Yeah.
Stop co-signing all of this crap.
Yeah.
Again, I say, like I said yesterday, I don't care what you think about Brittney. Keep it to yourself.
Yep.
Just like the old people say, keep it to yourself.
How did you find this?
Go sit in the corner and keep that to yourself.
You just looked up Paul's name?
Yes.
And that
I was sitting here, I said, they keep on talking about how she was traded for Paul Whelan. Paul, he's an ex-Marine. I said, do we know anything else about him other than he's an ex-Marine? Why is he an ex-Marine? Why is he not still a Marine?
That's why I need to know, does our country has to know about him? Because if we're trying to do communication and back in the background, to get him home. And unless I don't know, wouldn't our country say this? Would they say breaking news? Paul Whelan needs to be over there because he was blah blah blah. I mean, I don't know.
Well, let's see. So
because there are some, like you're saying, sometime information on the internet.
Let's see. But even if it's not true, I agree with what you said. Even if it's not true, and he's a Marine and he's a great guy, right. He's wonderful, why is his life any more valuable than hers?
As a military person,
he should be the one to say, let her go first.
Because you think about it, people join the military not just to get free education or get items free, but they join to defend our country and to fight for our freedom. So that means sometimes you have to step back and allow the freedom for another,
like John McCain did. John McCain stayed and sent he said, my men go home first.
Yes, he stayed.
I'll stay.
And Trump teased him about it.
Trump called him that's not, you ain't a prisoner, were you stupid? Yeah. Why would anybody stay and not, okay, so Carrie, you going against Comover. He's saying you're stupid.
Yeah.
He called McCain stupid.
Yeah, he sure
So
did.
What are you talking about, Carrie? You want Brittney to be stupid? Guess why you want her to be stupid, Carrie? Because she's black.
Yeah.
That's why. You expect her to be stupid. So I'm sick of that.
That's bad news.
Isn't it?
And that's bad that you even said what Carrie says. Because she's been opening her mouth and a lot of mess has been coming out of her. Her heart's not right.
She said if I was Brittney, I would have said no.
And you, white woman, you are not going to ever be a black woman or understand a black woman's position. So how would you say I was?
I would have said no.
You'll still be privileged white.
So I would have turned it down.
Oh, she's so,
and let him go first. In other words, a nigger, you get up your seat.
Eyes, nose,
and
my
go
place.
to the back of the bus.
Mm-hmm.
You got a working white man here trying to get home to his wife.
Yes, a privilege.
He needs to get home.
Mm-hmm.
And so you need to understand your place. He makes more money than you do. He's more valuable than you are. You make about $2 an hour. Uh-huh. You can stand up. You've been standing up all day. You're a maid. You ought to be used to standing up.
Servanthood.
This is a businessman here. He doesn't stand up all day.
Well, let's see how true all this is.
This
is breaking news information.
Breaking news. Mm-hmm. I want y'all to go out. I know you on here, Wendy. You like doing a lot of research. I want research on Paul Whelan. And I'm not letting this go because I'm sick of hearing about them making Brittney feel bad about how she was let go first. I'm sick of it.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're taking a stand.
Okay.
All right. Wendy says, I think she's a plant. Wendy says that went independent. You think probably what's her name? The senator. What's her name?
Oh yeah.
More racism. Willie Lynch is still in full effect. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So go to your H.E.R. What's going on with H.E.R?
H.E.R was a guest on The View today. Mm-hmm. I got to know a little bit about Gabrielle. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking Gabrielle is how you say it.
She got his play coming out or something.
She's in. Not only is she a character, she's Belle.
Belle,
the Beauty and the Beast.
Nobody lost their mind about that. The Black Mermaid, they lost their mind.
We all know her awesome background as far as a musician. She plays a number of instruments, known for that guitar. She's won over, like, I think they kind of read off her resume. Mm-hmm. She's won like
it's a lot.
six Grammys. Yeah. She's won I didn't know she won Academy for Best Original Song for the film Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
Only 25.
25.
I didn't know she was on The View when she was 11 years old. She was on
really?
The View. They had her playing. She was playing the piano, and they did a quick little footage of her when she was on The View. 11. Okay. Joy was just impressed. They were all impressed on how humble she is. She's not a bragger. She's very private, she says, but the movie, being in this movie, has brought her out more. So people can see who she is other than the musician that she is. Reading off her resume, I didn't know she was going to be she's going to be in The Color Purple.
Yeah.
She's going to be Harpo's new wife.
Yeah.
Who this woman?
She's in The Color
Who this woman? What's his wife's name? They was saying it and I couldn't hear him say it. I couldn't remember what her name was. But Harpo's new wife. Who this woman? So she's in, and she was just amazed on the number of
I want to smile.
The thing about
that's the line. That's the other line.
The thing that I noticed about her mama's. It looks like the picture she even shared. Her mama's Filipino and her dad's black, so she's biracial. She's at all with a lot of people that are at all with her. Yeah, because she was in some. I think she's traveled with Coldplay, and she's amazed at the audience size that this group is such an awesome group band to play with. She just loves it. She's like, oh my God, 60, 90,000 people all over the world. She loves playing with them. I think it was Durban. She was on something giving a Tina Turner tribute. Okay. And backstage, Dave Chappelle and what's his name from the Beatles? They were all looking for her. Paul McCartney. Where you at? Yeah. Her.
She's a musician. She's a musician.
And she's like, I'm looking for them. Aww. Like, because that's who, those are big names. And she's 25 and she's like just eating it all up. Right. But I think the woman was just amazed on her humility, her sweetness. And even Sonny was saying, you look like a Disney character. You look like a princess, the person that you're playing. She's real pretty. So she's cute. And I love her spirit. So
down to earth.
So I was thinking too, because she's older, but I know Sonny's always picky about who her son's dating. He's in college now at Harvard.
She tried to hook them up.
No, I'm thinking that because they had a topic the other day about your son going with older women, and she was like, she growled, Sonny. I don't think she'll say anything if it was her.
Right.
But yeah, I just wanted to kind of do a shout out about.
Did she say why she named herself her?
No, they didn't go into that because they were talking about her acting and stuff now. Because her music, we all know her music talents and stuff, but they never went into the name her.
I wonder. This is H.E.R. So those must stand for something.
Yeah, acronym for something.
Let's see if I can see it. Keep talking. Let's see if we can see what her stands for.
Pretty much her as the guest because I've been asking my sister what is her? What's her real name? What is her real name? And why she call herself her? Her period H period E period R period. But getting to know her, I think for her, she's been so private and she's a private person. She doesn't go out a lot. She doesn't put herself out there. And my sister was talking about there are a lot of entertainers that do that. All right, you ready? You don't see them on cameras all the time. And that's how she is.
Having everything revealed.
Oh, her.
Having everything revealed
is her name. That's a unique name as well, her.
Okay.
Having every, and so she's even talking about being more revealed now that she's in movies.
Okay. So that's good to transition from that Paul guy to her.
Okay.
All right. So that's good. That was it. All right. I did him. Restaurant refuses service to conservative Christian group, citing staff's dignity, comfort, and safety. You see how I said it's wonderful until the other person is in control. When we were talking about the lady not wanting to do the website for the gay people and all of this.
This is the opposite.
They
don't want the Christian
group there. They don't want the Christian group there. You see how it's wonderful until you're the one that's on the other side.
Thank you. What's happened there?
Metzger Bar and Butchery canceled a reservation from a family foundation, a Christian organization that opposes abortion rights and same-sex marriage. Ooh. A Virginia restaurant has found itself at the center of controversy after refusing service to a conservative Christian organization over the group's opposition to abortion rights and same-sex marriage. Wow. On November 31st, Richmond restaurant, Metzger Bar and Butchery canceled a reservation for a private event from the Family Foundation, as first reported by Virginia Business. The following day, Mercer posted about its decision on Instagram, citing the organization's views on abortion and the LGBTQ rights as its reason for refusing them service.
Oh, wow. So are they legally, though, can do this?
Well, we keep talking about that.
That's what we're saying right now.
No, you can't.
See, then they are legal.
You can't do that. That's what we were saying. It's wonderful if it's your bit. Like, to me, they're no different than the Christian groups who don't want to serve LGBTQ.
Or the graphic designer who does not want to do a design website for a gay couple.
Thank you. In 8 years of service, we have very rarely refused service to anyone who wished to dine with us, reads the Instagram post. Recently, we refused service to a group that had booked an event with us after the owners of Mercer found out it was a group of donors to a political organization that seeks to deprive women and the LGBTQ plus persons of their basic human rights in Virginia. And they donors.
Wow. See, this is something to think about.
I'm telling you.
It's going to go on both sides.
Many of our staff are women and or members of the LGBTQ community. Mm-hmm. All of our staff are people with rights who deserve dignity and a safe work environment. Right. We respect our staff's established rights as humans and strive to create a work environment where they can do their jobs with dignity, comfort, and safety. So how is that you not depriving them of their right?
Well, here's the thing. It goes back to what we were saying before with the other topic. When someone is coming into your establishment and they want your service, you offer them your service. It doesn't matter how they feel about you or anybody.
Just eat they come in there to eat.
I want to eat. I don't care about how you feel about me or my waiter who happens to be married to the person playing a piano over there.
Thank you.
Or how many ladies have had an abortion in this place, and you may not be pro-choice, pro-life. Just sit down and have yourself some food. The soup is good.
That's
the
it.
Salad. Does it matter?
It doesn't.
And that's what we were probably saying. It gets gray when you talk to that graphic designer lady, because she's saying, I have to deliver a message now. Right. I'm not just feeding you. I'm not just putting a pretty picture up. I'm actually writing messaging about your marriage union that I don't agree with.
That's different.
So,
and are they coming in there to have a meeting, anti-gay or anti-abortion?
Talk about it.
If it's not, then what does it matter what they
have?
They just having a meal.
They may get sued.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's good when you're the one that's in control. Mm-hmm. But when it's on the other side and somebody doesn't agree with what you're doing, that's different.
That's what Sarah was saying. You got to be really careful because the water gets muddy.
Yeah.
Because then you got to start looking at what kind of business is it.
It's too much.
Is it a business where you're just serving them? Is it a business where you got to create something for them?
This is a restaurant.
Thank you. The graphic designer was using the argument of I'm creating messaging to support.
We don't know
something that I don't agree with.
We don't know if
that's a graphic designer. If they're doing your website,
we don't know if the message they was doing had anything to do with them being gay.
Know.
She just didn't want to service them because they was gay.
No, I'm guessing. She did say message. She said I don't want to write about something or show some messaging that I don't agree with. So she did talk about messaging. All right. And usually when you create a website for somebody, it's not just photos. All right. It's copy. It's messaging.
So let's see. I don't know. But again, this is the other side of it. Yeah. See, it's starting to, everybody's starting to play ping pong back and forth.
And this is future.
Back and forth.
Prophetic.
Ping
where
pong.
Christians probably won't be able to go a lot of places. I want to be gone from this earth when that happens.
Thank you. Because it's going to be not so much where you can't go there, but they're going to imprison you.
Oh. Lord, I don't want to be here when that happens.
All right.
Okay.
Wendy says having everything revealed. Yeah, her.
Yep.
Her, H.E.R.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that. So I just wanted to show the other side of it.
Okay. That's a good one.
Brown University becomes the first Ivy League to impose campus-wide ban on the caste discrimination. When I think about caste discrimination, this is all the other stuff that we never think about.
The Russos have become nocturnal due to slow T-Mobile home internet.
Well, I'm up.
I hate when I think of the caste situation, I think of like in other countries or whatever, and I think of like your where you are as far as money wise, like levels, your level and money, and then also the way you look. Oh. If you dark skin versus light skin,
if you dress
fat versus skinny. Yeah, all of that. I think of that. Okay. So Brown University has become the first Ivy League school to explicitly ban caste discrimination throughout its campus. Okay. The institution announced on Thursday that it included caste in its non-discrimination policy. Because right now we know based on race, based on religion, based on your sexual preference, but nobody ever says anything about based on whether you poor or whether you rich. Or versus whether you're light skin versus dark skin. Because even in race, there's light skin versus dark skin.
Right, within race.
I'm not discriminating against you on your race. I'm discriminating against you on your color.
Because Anna said there's racism in the Latino community.
Right. Yeah. And we know in the sororities, we're not saying any names, but we know in the beginning of a lot of black sororities, it was discrimination on your color.
The skin shade of your
It was the brown paper bag.
If you didn't pass that test.
You couldn't be in this sorority. And if you was darker than this paper bag, you could be in this sorority. If you was poor, you could be in this sorority. Right. If you was rich or smart, you could be in this sorority. It was all these caste systems. See, and they're saying on our university, we're not doing that.
Some countries look at caste system separate, and don't matter what color you are, how you look, or whatever in that caste, because you can be as ugly, but you're rich.
Yeah. In a news release, Brown University Vice President for Institutional Equity and Diversity, Carrie Butler, explained that while their previous policy already had provisions that would protect people from caste discrimination, they felt it was important to lift this up and express a position on caste equality.
Okay.
Or equity.
Equity. Uh-huh.
What is this word?
Where? Explicitly.
I told you I sound like Herschel Walker.
It don't matter.
The caste system is a social hierarchy in ancient India.
Yeah.
That ranks the order of groups.
Yes.
Determining an individual's occupation,
diet,
and even marital choice.
Yep.
While South Asian countries have already outlawed caste systems, those in the opposed caste continue caste continue to experience forms of discrimination. Even in the U.S., where Indians have become among the largest groups of immigrants, many still face slurs and microaggressions.
Yes.
Whether you're dark-skinned, even West Indians, you dark-skinned or you light-skinned. If you're Latino, are you dark-skinned Latino or are you light-skinned Latino?
Yep.
So I guess they're the first to make a big thing about it at Brown University.
Wow.
We're not going to allow you to do that. And they may have had some sororities and fraternities doing it. For them to come out and say that, I bet you they still got them. Because in some fraternities and stuff, you can't be in there if you don't have a certain amount of money or a certain prestige.
That's the problem they're having with Harvard. When they were saying as far as the Good Old Boys Club, the club that if you got a lot of money or your family gives a lot of money to the school, you automatically
And I don't know what they're going to do as far as fraternities. And if you a guy and you gay, they going to be like,
I don't know. You may not be able to say anything.
Again, remember I talked about
they'll find other ways to not let
remember
you in.
I said what happened to the old days of just instead of flat out discriminating, you make it where people I don't even want to be with you. I don't want
to be with you guys.
You don't want me, I don't want you.
Make it hard for them to get in, and that's what they've done to us in the past. They made it hard for us to do something. We had to go through hoops and jump under ropes and go through cracks and stuff.
Well, you said about the house. Somebody went, a black couple went to sell their house.
They had to get their white friend to sell it for them so they can get it appraised higher amount.
They did it both. They did it with their pictures on the wall. Yes. And the appraisal came in low. They were doing
it for the reporting to show.
The appraisal came in low. Then they did it again with the white people's pictures on the wall. And somehow the appraisal came in much higher.
Much higher. $500,000.
Okay. 500. Now, if it was a few thousand, people could be like, that's just the appraiser.
Yeah.
But $500,000.
Big amount more. Yep.
Okay.
So that's systemic racism too.
But it's good that Brown University is shining a light on it. And they saying that they want to stop all of that. Light skin, dark skin, rich, poor, all of that.
There's rich people who drive around.
Good luck with that. Because some people, if you're
grungy look, and you like,
good luck with that. Because if you in the some sororities, if you fat, you ain't getting in.
Oh, stop.
Fat girl.
Unless she's pretty
famous or rich,
got money.
See, that's not right.
Yeah,
but I
think it's in our blood. So some people are going to still do it and not even realize
to punch down. That's what Dave Chappelle said. Punch down. The joke is punching down. You don't punch up. No, you can punch up, but you can't punch down. You can't make fun of a group that's less than you.
Yeah,
but you can punch up. Right. Hey, you! Hey! Hey, you! Punch him in the chin. He said a comedian, you are safer when you punch up.
Right.
But when you punch down, people go,
that's just mean.
The man already under you and you put your foot on him.
That's true.
All right. Okay. Mountain lion barges. Remember yesterday we talked about the coyote. The predator coyote coming after that little baby. These animals is crazy.
How they coming into
Mountain lion barges into the home.
What do he do? Break a door down?
Yes, and drags the dog outside.
I don't even know. I really don't.
What is this American Werewolf in London?
A woman in California.
Remember American Werewolf in London where the werewolves crashed through the window?
That was a werewolf.
This is a mountain lion.
A mountain lion is just a regular American Werewolf is a movie where.
But this is not a movie.
This is just an animal, which is making me concerned.
But I'm saying this.
They don't usually just barge in.
This is not a movie. This is real life.
I know what you said, American Werewolf.
I'm saying we thinking that's a movie, like what you saying. No animal is gonna crash through the window. We sit here eating our dinner.
Movie that's coming out with the bear. The
bear. Cocaine
bear. Oh. My goodness. Maybe
everybody and mama gonna go see
maybe this mountain lion was on something.
On Cocaine Bear, the previews, we went to see the movie, another movie. They showed the previews. They was up in a tree. And remember he said
they don't climb trees.
They don't climb trees. And that Cocaine Bear looked at him like, and he went right up there. And then the man, he was going after the it looked like the stars probably.
They didn't get eaten.
And then the other guy was in the other tree. And he sneezed, and he had cocaine on him. And the bear jumped from that tree to get him. He likes cocaine. That cocaine bear.
Somebody was stolen cocaine and was dropping it off the plane.
That was Ice Cube's son in there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Mountain Lion barges into a California home and drags a dog outside.
Oh, wow.
A woman in Sonoma County, California, shared a video showing a mountain lion standing over her dog in her backyard after she says the predator burst into her home and dragged her pup outside by his neck.
Oh, Lord.
On Tuesday, she went to check on her border collie, Sherman. Poor Sherman. After she heard him yelping and growling.
Oh, Sherman.
To her shock, Cracker said she found a mountain lion inside her home with Sherman's neck in his jaws. Video she shared shows the mountain lion standing over Sherman in a backyard after the big cat dragged the dog outside.
Where do you live that mountain lions is coming to your house?
She said she was baring her teeth and hissing, and he had passed out from the shock. Cracker told the outlet, "I thought he was dead at that point." Sherman survived the attack, and Cracker said in a Facebook post that her neighbor arrived and scared the mountain lion away with firing a shot at it, missing the animal.
Maybe that lady need to have a gun so her Sherman won't get attacked no more.
I keep telling y'all people that keep saying about people having guns.
Where she lives, we don't have mountain lions over here.
We do have, we have coyotes and stuff.
Yeah, but
however, the predator returned the following day, according to Cracker this time, and targeted 2 of her goats. He had the nerve to come back.
She has other livestock?
Cracker says she notified the state wildlife officials who tracked down the big cat and euthanized him. He's a predator. But he's like that coyote.
Are there more?
But I'm saying some animals become predatory. They come out of their normals.
Well, why is that's happening? Are we too close to their place of where they live now? And they now smell us and see us. Whereas, like you were saying, we were looking at a lot of wooded areas, and a lot of them could be torn down and built buildings. I said, well, where's the deer's gonna go? Where's the livestock, the animals
in your house?
That's what's happening. I bet you those houses was built on his property.
But how dare he burst into her home
now? Oh my goodness.
All right. Ooh, I think Sherman
needs to keep a gun.
I think Sherman survived because he's a collie. Collie have thick hair, so she probably was trying to get at him.
That's how our child was.
Yeah, thick hair.
They couldn't get to his neck.
Yep.
Oh my goodness,
Sherman.
So hopefully she's changed how she's operating in her yard and her livestock. He gonna keep coming back. Oh,
all right. So we got an update on.
Oh no, he's not gonna keep coming because they took him. They
got rid of him.
But some more may come now.
Thank you.
Go ahead. What's up with this?
But I thought first the coyote grabbing the man's child, and now this thing bursting through the window.
That's crazy. That's when you had that AR, that gun that they want you to not have.
Exactly. And that's what they'll tell you. They'll say, boom. And that's what the people in some of these country places will tell you. What happens if a bunch of mountain lions or coyotes come?
I got to shoot them all.
I got to kill all of them.
See, I don't know. Go ahead.
All right. Update. We kept talking about Tiffany.
Thank you. I think Wendy
Tiffany
told
Cross.
us about who was it that told us?
Wendy was talking about Tiffany Cross.
No, who was it was it Wendy that said that the person over the MSNBC
was a black woman?
Okay,
and I said I'll bow down and wait to hear more. Inside MSNBC President Rashida Jones' efforts to explain and contain the firing of Tiffany Cross. Exclusive.
Oh, they haven't said it
This
yet?
is Variety, I guess. November 7th was a particularly busy Monday at The View. This your show. The long-running ABC talk series was prepping the show for the day before the midterm elections, a nail-biting event that ended up with the Democrats retaining control of the Senate. All right. To bolster the show's panel, led by moderator Whoopi Goldberg, do you remember this lady, Nicole Wallace, was joining as a guest to discuss a new series she hosts for Peacock surrounding mental health awareness. As a former member of The View, Wallace was no stranger to the Upper West Side Manhattan studio where the show is filmed. But the woman she brought as her +1 surprised the staffers. Wallace, who currently hosts MSNBC's Deadline White House, arrived that morning accompanied by Rashida Jones, her boss and president of MSNBC.
Okay.
Jones is known to have accompanied some MSNBC talent to other media appearances, even on rival networks. But the visit to The View, nonetheless, raised eyebrows. It's beyond odd that the head of a rival news operation at a different network would come to The View. Noted one person. Another individual present that day agreed it was kind of bizarre that a top executive from MSNBC Universal would step foot inside ABC. While Wallace was on hand to discuss her series, Joan had a different hot topic in her mind. For sources aware of her dealings that day said it was Tiffany Cross, the outspoken MSNBC anchor who Jones had abruptly fired 3 days earlier. Cross was the firebrand weekend host for Cross Connection. I'm not going to go into a whole thing about Cross. We know what happened with Cross.
Go ahead.
Let's see. MSNBC sees it differently with her whole thing. MSNBC made a programming decision to cancel Cross's show. A spokesperson for the network told Variety, the news group makes these business decisions all the time. Sources close to the situation say Jones was concerned that Cross ignored her directives to stop taking rival cable radio personalities during her show. In the end, Jones felt that as a leader, she had to address this insubordination. Other insiders familiar with Cross said only one such directive was ever given, 2 weeks before she was fired. Yet the response to Cross firing from viewers and social media, we all went into the whole big old thing. With no shortage on demand to control, Jones walked the halls of The View in pursuit of Goldberg.
And
appearing at the door of Whoopi Goldberg's dressing room, Jones encountered Goldberg in final touches of her hair and makeup while reviewing her notes for the day's show. Jones requested that Goldberg's staff leave the room so they could have a private conversation, which Goldberg declined. Whoopi ain't stupid.
No.
Sources said another View insider present categorized the meeting as a quick hello. Unfazed, Jones moved on and waited out most of the taping before requesting to speak with The View Sonny.
Yes, she's targeting the black women.
Roughly 10 staffers witnessed Sonny, an attorney and former legal analyst for ABC News, step off stage and speak with Jones in a hallway before the conclusion of the broadcast, sources said. Jones was overheard explaining to Sonny that she had issues with Cross' on-air tone for close to a year before termination. 3 insiders familiar with the exchange said.
And what is wrong with her? That's not the place, the time to do any of this conversation. That's between you and your workers. You're a different network. That's unprofessional.
It's unprofessional.
The NAACP was supposed to speak to her.
Well,
remember, they all had that conversation. How dare you go to another network and pull aside the Black women in that network to tell them what?
I don't want to see someone like Tiffany move backwards, and I don't want there to be a double standard for Rashida, Reverend Al Sharpton, the host of the MSNBC's Politics Nation told Variety. Cross' future is unclear. The question she has inspired about the question of different standards surrounding Black voices on cable news continues to inspire anxiety in the many sources Variety spoke with. Last Friday, Washington Post ran an opt calling the cancellation of Cross a chilling signal to the wider industry. We feel the chill, said one network anchor of color, who of course spoke to Variety on the condition of anonymity. I still say they don't want you to be outspoken when you are a Black anchor on cable, but yet they allow Tucker Carlson and Hannity and
they want
all
to
of them
control the narrative. They want to control what you're saying. No, you can be outspoken about this, but not this.
Yes. MC says, whoa, very interesting. Messy.
Why? I'm still on why did she come as a guest to The View
and talk to the two Black hosts?
That is
and Whoopi did not
professional.
And I could believe Whoopi said no.
I know Whoopi said no.
Whoopi like, you're not getting me in.
Where the heck are you?
You're not putting me in no corner.
They're gonna sidebar me and say everybody leave. First of all, to me, I don't know. For some reason, I saw something about, if this is true.
You talking about Rashida?
Yeah, if this is all
Wendy
true.
Wendy says that woman is a control freak.
Yes.
Tiffany was too strong for her and too pretty.
Yes. My spirit don't feel right with her and how she did that. You don't do that. It may be more to Crosses being let go.
All the stuff you should say could be true, but you messy too.
She can't control her.
Exactly.
You acting like Nutty Buddy that be with Kanye. You trying to control people. And if you can't control somebody, then you still trying to be in control.
So,
Whoopi, let me talk to you.
So we're going to follow this.
Sunny, let me talk to you.
We're still following this. Just like we following Paul Whelan, we're still following Tiffany Cross.
I'm sorry.
We're not letting none of this stuff off the hook.
I don't like Rashida and how
and we
she
still know we
that.
still following Shaquilla Jones, just so y'all know.
And
there's nothing
Paul
really
guy.
new that's going on, just the fact that the FBI and her parents are talking more. But we still following Shaquilla Jones, y'all.
I don't like
all of these stories that we start off with. We want to continue to follow them so we can see what's going on with them.
I don't like that. I don't like what
pulling
Rashida
people
did.
to the side.
I don't like that.
And why are you showing up with somebody that's a
you
guest?
need to sit in the what's the room that they call it where they give them candy?
She shouldn't even be there.
If you gonna be there, be in the sidebar or be on the front row.
She said,
I brought my boss here.
She brought her boss there. Her boss wanted to make sure you don't say nothing that I don't want you to say. For you to show up, who brings their boss?
And why would they boss even come to the opposite network and pull them aside?
Thank you.
I don't like
so
that.
we watching
That's
that.
Shady to me.
Shady.
And you over MSNBC.
MSNBC.
I'm sorry, I can't speak proud of you right now. So let's see how this goes.
Thank you. We don't support everybody just because they Black.
No, not when you act like that.
So there you go.
Come on.
All right, y'all. So we keeping up on that one too.
That's with my ladies at The View. I'm so glad Whoopi didn't talk to her. I know they're not all perfect, but when people come at them like that, I expect them to act the way they normally act when they're on the show. Whoopi is the person that says, because they talked about what she said yesterday on Dish Nation about because one of the guys was asking Sherry Shepherd, if when you pass away, who would you want to do your life stories? Well, y'all heard what Whoopi said on The View. She got some signed documentation saying nobody can do my life story and that my family has to be aware of it.
Oh, okay.
So she's got written documentation that covers her that nobody can come front and do a life story on her.
And it'll be a good story too, because we got a lot going on.
It would be a good one.
Wendy says Nancy Grace is on it with Shaquilla. Yes.
Thank you, Nancy.
I like Nancy Grace.
I have my moments with her. Because she got on my nerves where it was some.
Yeah, if she on you, if she's anti you,
yeah,
she'll drive you crazy.
Drive you crazy.
But if she's for what you want,
she will push the doors down to do it. Okay.
But I still think even when she get on my nerves, I always feel like she's fair.
Yeah.
She goes by whatever the law is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Linda Turner says Rashida Jones, the granddaughter of Martin Luther King. Is she? Are y'all?
No, please tell me no.
Y'all not. No, she not. Is she?
The granddaughter. So either her mom is the other son.
Wait a minute. President of
the granddaughter. So it's one of the kids.
Rashida Jones.
Related to Martin Luther King.
You know I got to look that up. No, not that one. It's another one.
Is it?
I don't see her name attached to him at all.
Well, how would you know with just looking that up?
I put in both names.
Oh, but that don't mean anything.
Yeah, it'll show if she's the granddaughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think that's another one. But I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it.
Because sometimes you can...
Plus, her name is spelled different, Linda.
Oh.
It's spelled different than the way you have it.
Like, please don't make... I don't want her to be a part of that family line.
Yeah.
Not after doing this.
We don't think so, but double check, y'all. Fact checkers. Y'all got another one, Paul Whelan, and now y'all got Rashida. Make sure she's not any kin to Martin Luther King.
Yeah, and we will keep an eye on her. That just made me mad.
Wendy says she's nasty, but she's good. Wow, that's sad.
I don't even know. Can you be nasty and good?
Yeah, she talking about Nancy Grace.
Oh, Nancy Grace.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, she's good.
She's fair to me.
Yeah,
even though she's nasty. You're right.
Like you said, if she's not on if she's against you,
that's it.
Woo.
She's a thorn in your flesh.
All
right.
Okay.
Notorious. I just want to mention this quick. Notorious cartel hitman disappears from the U.S. prison system.
How does that happen?
Come on, y'all. Don't you look? God bless America, don't he?
How do you?
We talked about that with the guns thing, about the trading guns illegally. We talked about all of a sudden everybody up in arms when your country does that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden everybody's up in arms about how prisoners get traded off and all of that. And all of a sudden they can't find this man.
Was it like Shawshank Redemption? Did he do a tunnel?
Wendy says there's only one grandchild and she's 14. For Martin Luther King.
Oh, that's why I said he didn't have a lot. His kids didn't have a lot of...
Notorious cartel hitman disappears from U.S. prison, leaving Mexico dumbfounded. A notorious drug cartel leader and hitman suspected of torturing and decapitating dozens. Did you check in? Dozens of victims has vanished from the federal prison database, despite not being up for release until 2056. Ooh. Edgar Valdez Valero, I'm probably saying his name wrong, a 49-year-old who goes by criminal moniker La Barbie, is listed as not in BOP custody, the Bureau of Prisons website. The BOP says it released him on November 27, although the Bureau frequently list inmates as released when they have been transferred to the custody of another group. Nevertheless, Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez, sought answers about the missing criminal last week. Reporters asked him about the cartel leader's whereabouts during a press conference. It's very strange what is going on in the United States, Mr. Valero, who is no longer registered among those in custody. And we want to know, where is he?
How did he disappear?
There's no reason for him to leave prison because he was condemned to many years.
Yeah.
Unless there was some kind of
agreement.
This dude was what is it? extradited to the U.S. in 2015 and sentenced to 49 years in prison. He was being housed at a facility in Florida.
Okay.
Both in Texas, this dude got his nickname from a high school football coach who thought his blue eyes made him look like Ken doll, according to the Post. The young man soon got involved in organized crime, reportedly working with various drug cartels until he joined that big one. I know about them,
okay.
El Chapo. By that time, he had already become notorious for torturing and decapitating victims, often filming the violence. He was ultimately taken into custody after a firefight with Mexican police in 2010, leading to his extradition to the U.S. Where is he?
They can't find him in prison. Oh my God! Was it I always watch that movie, Shawshank Redemption, and he had the poster, he had the whole cover the hole where he dug a hole every year, every day
until he can get
out. But they must have paid somebody to sneak him out. They had to have paid the security or the prison people. Somebody got paid to let him go.
And they don't know where he is.
They don't know where he is. Because how did he get out? Did he slip on clothes? Maybe like how you see sometime in the movies, they'll slip on somebody else's uniform and he walks out like he's a security guard too or something.
So that's what
he had to get out a certain way.
So that's what I just thought I'd bring that on.
And he is alive.
We don't know. That's what the Mexican guy is saying. He's saying we don't know where he is. Where is he?
Because he could be not alive.
We don't. Okay, so let us know. Where is he? All right. So I thought that was very interesting.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So that's it. So we got homework. We got to find out more about Paul Whelan. And the only reason why I'm doing that, again, I wouldn't care less about Paul Whelan.
We make a big stink about people.
It's because they blasting Brittney on Fox News.
And it's good to know the background of this man, because this man, if we're fighting for him to be free, is his resume a little sloppy?
I'm not fighting for you to be free if you stole $10,000 from the U.S.
Because Brittney
government.
didn't do all that.
And if you was dishonorably discharged from the Marine Corps.
Brittney didn't have that
problem. Sorry, I'm not. So. Wait your time out. And I'm not even Russian, and I don't believe you didn't know what was on that flash drive.
Yeah, somebody gives you a flash drive and you're in Russia.
They could have flew me to Russia and put me on the jury. All Americans, and I'm one of the people, and I've been like, dude, come on. You got 4 citizenships. You belong to 4 different countries.
Any of that you're
which means
saying.
To me, if you got 4 citizenships, that tells me you plan on moving to different places. That's my opinion.
You travel around.
There's no reason to have 4 citizenships
with different countries. Yep.
Unless you plan on getting the heck up out of here and going someplace else if you need to.
Let's see. And then you said, what's the other one? Rashida.
Oh, what's going on with Rashida Jones? Wendy just answered that.
Oh,
no, she's not.
Grandchild thing.
Yeah.
Okay. But we keeping our eye on those 3 stories.
And the Shaquilla, since Nancy Grace bit onto that, you right, Wendy. She won't let that go. That's a bone.
You want that dog.
You want Nancy Grace to grab side. If Nancy Grace met her mom and she fell in love with the family, it's over. For the rest of those
Nancy would go to Mexico herself and do investigations.
It's over. If she looked at that mom's eyes and that mom teared up and she like her, Nancy will fight for you till the end of the day.
She's a rough dog.
All right, Wendy.
Okay.
Wendy Batista.
Okay.
On Facebook.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Wendy Batista on Facebook.
Are you saying Wendy's last name right?
I hope I'm pronouncing it. You know I slaughter names, y'all.
I
So.
know.
All right, y'all. So do you have anything else? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to our new channel.
Fan sound.
Woods Relax Sleep Sounds.
Yes, it was very soothing. Yep. Thank you.
I'll put another fan on there because you say that you don't want.
You said I can't go back to it. If it's a 20-hour one, they treat it as I got to sign in to a new one each time.
Wendy says, did you see the tape will, what is this, Wendy? Did you see the tape? Something will something it to you. Did you see the tape? You sent something
to us?
Let me see. What tape you talking about? Emerald says, thank you, ladies.
Oh,
hey,
you are
Emerald.
Welcome. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Was this sent text or was it sent email? Or was it mailed mailed?
Oh, about Russia? The Russia Brittney Griner? Nancy called Dejanay Muhammad Ali. Oh, okay. I got to look at that. Okay. I'll look at that one for the next show. Nancy called Dejanay Muhammad Ali. Oh, yeah. The way she was punching her. Mm-hmm. And Wendy says, good night, Mom. She in the other room. Ma!
She said good night. She made sure she hollered back.
She said good night.
I've been quiet all this time.
Because she listening to the show. Tell her bye good night. All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See you later, y'all.